Hey guys, this is Gabe Dimmick from the Baseball Rebellion, and this is a breakdown of one of our both in-person and online clients. He's done a little bit of both. His name is Brady, and Brady has been, a super hard worker. One of my favorite kids to work with. Him and his brother Aiden both work really, really hard, and Brady has made big changes over time and has always been willing to do whatever we ask. And so I wanted to showcase his swing and just some of the things he's been working on. But this is a video of him, I believe from early August. And one of the things I want you guys to see is, yes, I'm going to slow this down and break it down piece by piece, but I also want you to see what it looks like all the way through. And there's a controlled aggression that Brady has that he's been working on a lot. He used to kind of go too fast sometimes, and he'd have the aggressive part, but he wouldn't have the control. And I feel like Brady's really, turned the corner in that sense as far as having that control as well right now. So watch his swing all the way through, and then I'll slow it down. So you can just see, he's, it's a great sound off the bat. It was a 29-degree launch angle here. Hits the ball really, really hard. So, again, a lot of good stuff here. So one of the things that Brady sometimes used to do is that he would get his back knee kind of too much this way as he would rock back. And so one of the things that we've talked about is really setting the weight on the inside and almost turning this back foot, like pigeon-toeing it in a little bit, and that's really helped him a lot. So watch as he goes into his stride, into his lift, and as he loads into this back hip, really notice how his knee stays inside. So he's loading his back hip, but he's doing it in a way where he's not rushing forward, but he's just kind of keeping that knee, setting that angle, and then letting his hips move. So he's a guy who, has a decent move forward. Again, really aggressive, but again, it's controlled. It's not jumping forward, and you can just see his head moving, but staying in line with his belly button, and then as he lands, it gets just behind his belly button so that he has a really good path to be able to swing up, because eventually the bat will become perpendicular with the spine, which I'll show in a minute. So if the spine is there at landing, we know we want the spine and the head to stay still through the turn. That's a pretty good perpendicular path for as far as where we want to hit the ball. So he's in pretty good shape there. Again, really loading his hips, really using the bigger, stronger muscles, really being able to work from the ground up here because he's setting up his move really well. Now, right as he lands, I love how he does this, how he keeps this loaded. Some guys will unload too early and then kind of waste that load or that energy that we've stored. So he does a good job of keeping that potential energy in that back hip for a long time. He also does a really good job of opening this front side late. So you see how it's closed right there, right as he's about to land, boom, he's opening. You see his back knee turning forward. This is exactly what I want to see at landing. He maybe steps a tiny bit in, but nothing that where it's really going to hurt him too bad. So his back knee's going, he's really open here, but his bat is still up, his chest is still closed, so he's in really good shape. One of the other things Brady's been working on, he could probably have this back elbow just a little bit higher at this point, but not a huge deal either, especially given where the bat is in good shape there. So from here, let's take a look at Brady's head movement, and we're going to see that Brady's head stays really, really still through contact. You're going to see that his spine is really still, so he maintains the lean back, and that's going to help him get that really good lift on the ball. You're going to see the bat eventually right there going uphill, boom, kind of perpendicular to that spine. That's a really good angle for his swing path. Now from here, when he really decides to go, he's kind of setting it up. He's separating, creating that tension, but then when he really decides to go, you're going to see his back hip pull his back knee and his back ankle and his back foot up off the ground at contact. And that's getting his whole body weight behind the ball, 100% of it. You're going to really see that as he's making contact, the force of his turn makes his front leg straighten. So you get this really good look that you see in the best hitters in the world with that, back hip thrust, which usually pulls the back foot, not always, but usually does. Front leg straightening, head and spine lean back because his head and spine stayed still in the turn. And again, you can see the launch angle off the bat. He's trying to drive the ball up and out. In this last round, we were talking about trying to hit a home run, and that's sometimes something that Brady really needs is to understand that it's okay to try to elevate and celebrate and try to pull the ball. I think we were in Boston at the Green Monster, and he was trying to get it over that thing, and the field was shorter to the left, so he was really trying to pull the ball a lot as well. This one he might have hit a little bit more middle, but a lot of times he was trying to do what's going to get him home runs in the game. One of my college coaches, something smart that he actually said was, if you want to hit more home runs, you should probably try to practice hitting more home runs, and that makes a lot of sense. So the last thing I'll finish up with is Brady has a really good upper body turn. So I talk a lot about a loop in the swing, but a very tight loop. So what I mean by that is we want the barrel to turn around the knob. Okay, so the more we move the knob, or the more we kind of circle our hands or move this guy to make a circle, the longer our swing path is going to be, the longer our loop's going to be. So we want a tight loop where the hands actually stay here and they're just kind of rotating along this line. And as that happens, the bat will turn around the knob. So watch this. So watch Brady, how he's really just keeping his hands with his back shoulder, right? And he's just turning his wrist through here, right? And then through here, something that a lot of guys do is they'll keep this knob driving out, and this barrel never snaps, or it snaps too late. So for Brady, he does a great job of this. Right here, he's going to start unhinging that wrist. So he really turns the barrel from here around the knob, around the front forearm, and to contact. So it's really, really good. Again, watch the tightness of this barrel path. So I'll kind of mark it as we go. You can see that barrel coming through. So again, it's making a loop to get in the way of the ball right there, but it's a very tight loop. Couldn't be much tighter than that, and it's a great, great swing pass. So that's going to mean that Brady isn't going to be affected by guys throwing really hard. He's not going to be as affected by velocity because he has a quick Nike swoosh swing path that gets in the way of the ball early and then stays in the way. And again, that part of that's because of that upper body, where you're going to see this front arm, it's slightly bent here, and it's just going to stay slightly bent all the way to contact. And then he's going to have some extension through there, and that's fine. That's good. But, keeping just at least a little bit of flex here can really help get that barrel turning as efficiently as possible around the knob and around the front forearm. So, Brady, great job, man. Keep working hard. You've done awesome, in your time with us, and I'm excited to see where you're going, as you get older and get bigger and stronger, things like that. But Brady's got a great swing, and it's really from dedication and hard work that he's put in. So if you're watching this and you're a kid or a parent of a player who wants to have a swing like Brady, if you talk to him, he'll tell you can do it, but it just takes some work. And we'd love to show you the path and the way to get there. But again, it's putting in those hard reps that sometimes aren't the most fun, but it's a lot of fun when you smash the baseball. And Brady or any number of our clients would tell you that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown. And again, great job, Brady.